Hello, yes, that is right. Oh, yes, yeah, boy. From across the pond, it is. UK's finest, Ricky J, bringing in the hottest intakes, bold predictions, and straight up banter. Welcome to Where the Bell Never Stops Ringing. Welcome to the People's Wrestling Podcast birthday edition. A few things to get through in the early going here. First of all, brand new logo. I will get the logo up here. I will change this logo. Let me know what you think about the brand new logo. Just trying things out, seeing what works. Secondly, it is my birthday, so go ahead, get your birthday messages in right now. Thirdly, do have a guest, the man himself. He's making his return. Finally, he is back after months. It is the man himself. It is the man all about money. It is the anti-Mark or anti-Mark. It is Marcus.
Yo, I'm back for today.
And how are you? It's been probably maybe maybe not a year, but a long time since you've been on.
I mean, I've been cool, just keeping up with other stuff, just not wrestling like that.
Well, we'll get into the wrestling side, but you really haven't missed much. Just
no, I've missed a lot. No, for real, I've actually missed a lot. Like I missed a lot.
I suppose. I don't know. I don't know. You can miss Raw for a whole month and then tune back in, and it's still the same thing. Really, nothing progresses each week. It's just ugh. And I say this every week, but still sit and watch. But I'm not one of these marks that say, "Well, isn't it all fantastic? Isn't it all great? Isn't it all good?" No, if it's crap, I'll say it's crap. So. Anyway, let me go ahead and firstly put this up so then people know what to do. There we go. Again, I will change this. But it is my birthday, so we'll kick off with what I've got for my birthday. So in no real particular order, I've got this jumper or a sweatshirt, WWE. This t-shirt. I'm watching wrestling, so very apt. So I like to tell people all the time, I'm quiet. I'm watching wrestling. I'm busy. A new wallet that I actually do need, because the wallet I've got now is this one, and it's quite easily lose it. I could quite easily lose it all the time. So that's a lot better. I'm not going to lose that one, and it's a wrestling one, so cool. This is only a print, but still, I still appreciate it. And it's old, but a Roman Reigns autograph print. It is his autograph, but it's a print of an autograph. But still appreciate it. I prefer the real thing, but there we are. A few t-shirts I've got. So first of all, this is another print. It's not like an official t-shirt, but it's the Bloodlines, or Reigns and the Usos. God. Here we go. So, but still appreciate it, Mum's. What else? I'm hard to get. I'm always interested in wrestling, and no, I didn't ask for this t-shirt, but she got it, man. I will still appreciate it nonetheless, and it is. I'll still wear it. I didn't ask for it, but I'll still wear it. So.
Your mom must know how often you mention his name.
Already got this t-shirt, but again, appreciate it. Backlash of 2 years ago. The France one. Smashing Machine DVD. I don't know if people buy DVDs anymore, but I do, now and again. And WrestleMania bedding. So I'll just show the pillows. There we go, the pillow. So last year's WrestleMania pillow cover. And I've had my every year for my birthday. I have Chinese for my lunch and Domino's for my main meal tonight. I don't know if you eat Domino's. Do you? Okay, you don't eat takeaways, do you, Marcus?
No, I do. I rarely eat fast food. Well, no, fast food. I don't eat fast food, but I do eat takeout.
It is only once a year I have Domino's, so or okay, no, I tell I maybe for WrestleMania, so twice a year. Maybe. I think I had Domino's last year for Mania, I think. So I might have it again this year because the card isn't fantastic, but not the best card ever. Anyway, so yeah, that's my birthday haul. So Marcus, you've been months and months since you've been on. So tell everyone what you've been up to. How's your channel going?
I mean, I think the channel's going well. Getting more subscribers by the day. More things to review. Found different ways to do reviews or to do I don't know, some stuff. Recently I did a day in the life video. So of going to opening day for the Philadelphia Phillies. That was a great day. Got some good reviews. Got some good subscriptions and a great amount of views on that video. Life has been chilling. It's baseball season, so heavily into that. Basketball playoffs is almost here. Into that. NFL season when it has come and gone is about to come back around. Yeah, I think everything's been pretty chill.
And then WrestleMania in 2 weeks, even though it's just to me still a too much card. Reigns and Punk, Brock and but the rest is
Yeah, that's not something I'm going to be watching. I'm not going to be watching WrestleMania, not because of that, but because I don't have no way of watching WrestleMania. As been the program since I let go of Hulu, which was back in February, either January or February. So I had Hulu back in December. Let me see, I had it from December to February, so I was only able to catch 3 PLEs within that time frame.
I think the first hour is free. Obviously, it's to entice people. The first hour is free on ESPN.
Nope, I'm good. If I can't watch the whole thing, I'm not watching it. That's stupid. I'm not getting 1 free hour.
I didn't think that hour it was. I don't know what are the matches. If it was Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio and I can't even think. Liv versus Stephanie. That's just off the top of my head. I wouldn't think, oh, they didn't let me get WrestleMania. No. Not the best card, but they're doing what they're doing. They're doing what they're doing with who they've got. So anyway, let me crack on here with the first segment. So what else have I been up to apart from my birthday today? Turning 39. I'm getting old, very old. And this year, with the 26 in December, 26 years I've been watching wrestling. 26 years.
Consistently. Let's remind the viewers consistently, not taking breaks on and off. We're talking about consistently, like watching everything that comes on TV, wrestling wise. We're talking about Raw, SmackDown, NXT, maybe AEW, maybe TNA.
I watch the AEW pay-per-views and TNA pay-per-views, but no, and I'll keep up with Dynamite and TNA's weekly show. Is it Impact? I think
it's Impact.
So I'll keep up with those, but I don't watch. The only things I watch TNA and AEW are just the pay-per-views. To watch everything, even watching all of WWE is enough. Give me 1 second. 1 second here. So yeah, the first segment, of course, is
what's cooking at the table?
That is right. So yes, I've been up to the same as I usually am, going to the gym, walking group, going to my games club. I've made a few bits for WrestleMania, for my Mania party. I think I'm going to put these here, somewhere like that. Just see them just about there. But they are like WrestleMania things. I'm going to put one like that and one like that. And then this is going to go here, I think. See it there. Probably about there. So a nice big WrestleMania sign. Gonna go big for WrestleMania. And yeah, that's all I've been up to. Well, and yeah, I've got more of the same coming up, and that's about it. So what have you got coming up? Have you got anything exciting happening?
Got a couple things. I'm gonna actually be moving from my apartment in May, so that's gonna be cool. Other than that, just same old. Go to some baseball games. Might travel for some baseball games later during the summer. Been going to the I went to the gym yesterday, so that was cool. That was a good time. Yeah, got some stuff coming up in April and May.
And March Madness is baseball, isn't it, or is that American football?
No, that's college basketball.
Oh, right.
And that's almost over. That's almost over too.
And then you've got a whole action-packed month of wrestling. Stand and Deliver this Saturday, TNA and AEW next week, WrestleMania the week.
Wait, Stand and Deliver is this Saturday?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
On YouTube. Yeah. So if you're trying to look for it, it's on YouTube free. Right. And then TNA next week, next Saturday, AEW next Sunday, WrestleMania the week after. And then we'll take a breath until Backlash, Saturday Night's Main Event, and Clash in Italy next month, and Double or Nothing. Which means with three WWE shows, they aren't going to build very much, I wouldn't think. But we'll see. But let me go very quickly into the next segment, which of course is movie talk. So very quickly, because I know Marcus doesn't watch movies unless he has been watching, so I don't know. But the movies I have been watching are Pretty Lethal. This was okay. It actually the start I thought crappy B movie. At the end, it started getting better. So the letter grading I'll give it is a B-. Silent Hill. Oh God. There we are. The Return to Silent Hill. This was okay. Unfortunately, it involved too much thinking for me. I was just like straight up mindless action or a cartoon, something you'd kind of just relax into. So I'm going to say a C+, and that's being generous. And this was a good film, Ready or Not 2, which I'll say B, I think. But as I always do, last month's movie of the month was Ready or Not 1. Very good film. Yeah, so that's the movies I've been watching. I still want to watch Scream 7. I still not got around to that. And yeah, have you got any plans to watch any movies, Marcus, or no?
The last thing I remember watching was a documentary on African American quarterbacks called Field General for Black History Month. So that was a cool insight to the world into the world of a black quarterback and all the things that they had to face, all the trials and tribulations that they had to deal with, the racism and all the other things like that. So that was actually pretty cool to watch. In May, I'm hoping to go to the movies to watch Mortal Kombat. So I'm hoping to watch that.
Is that the second one or the main?
Yes, it's the second one.
I feel like they already made the second one, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that was one I watched. I don't know.
I just saw the trailer for it this morning.
Oh. Well, wasn't it rumors that the Miz? I don't. Obviously, this isn't true, but the Miz was going to play Johnny Cage. I think he looks like him.
I think he said that he wanted to play that role, but I'm not sure if he got that role.
Because he's not really a big enough name. All his movies straight to DVD. So
I don't know. I mean, Mike Mizanin is actually a pretty good actor, though.
He's busy with American Gladiators now, isn't he?
I don't know.
And it's Wardlaw, Rick Boogs, and Camille from whatever company she's in, probably AEW, is in it as well. Well, she was in AEW, wasn't she? But obviously not anymore. Are you a fan of the Scream movies or not?
Sorry?
You a fan of the Scream movies, or do you think they made too many of them? Seven of them now.
Oh, Scream. Well, sadly, in this day and age, the creativity is not as high as it used to be. So that's why they make so many sequels to a movie. I mean, the Scream series should have been over back when it was in this golden age, and now they're doing way too many because I think they've run out of concepts.
Yeah, I know it's movies, suspension of disbelief, but in this new one, hasn't it been 30 years, I think, since the first one, and you're supposed to believe that the killer has wasted 30 years until Cindy had a daughter, so he could go after her daughter. Okay. Again, I know it's just a movie. It's not real. It's not real. But in the suspension of disbelief, he's waited 30 years off the off chance she might have a daughter. Okay. Anyway, moving on. There are no This Week in Wrestling History. There's really nothing to discuss. No news and headlines I'm aware of. So I'm going to play an ad. Play an ad for Marcus, play an ad for myself, and we're going to jump in right into some wrestling. Oh no, wrestlers' birthdays. I've got that to do. So I'll play a couple of ads first, and then we get into the birthdays, and then wrestling chatter. So let me play this first. So yes, right. Marcus' channel. Go and look for it. I can put I think I've still got the link. I think. Yes, there it is. So go and look for that. Do you want to tell people about some of the videos you've done lately, or July? It's up to you.
I mean, opening day for the 2026 baseball season. I just did one with Not Your Father's Root Beer, which involved a skit in the beginning. And I've also done one with the naked Doritos, the Doritos without the red 40 coloring. So go ahead and check that out. on my YouTube channel. You should have a good time, especially watching the Not Your Father's Root Beer one. Like I said, I worked on that skit. It kind of just came to me in the spur of the moment and just be like, oh, you know what? You know, it's a great way of introducing us. Do a skit. So hope everybody enjoys it if you go watch it.
Yeah, highly recommend this channel. Help subscribe, like, share, all of that. Do all those cool things, all those good things. Maybe suggest a video, perhaps. I don't know, but yeah, do all those. And let me just play this quickly. Here we go. And I did right. Protein Tees Goldman's one. Buy your shirts because why not? Buy one for WrestleMania in just over 2 weeks' time. Let's get into the next segment of this. And it is wrestler's birthday. There's only one birthday that shares a birthday with me, and that is the great Canadian Lance Storm. So happy birthday to him. I hope you're having a great day just like I am. And yes.
If I could be serious for a minute. Lance Storm, very underrated wrestler. Just didn't he was great in ECW, great in WCW, but he didn't have the sports entertainment side for WWE to really for him to tap in and be great there.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I remember Stone Cold sleeping during one of his matches. That didn't help. That's buried him. But
that's exactly what buried Lance Storm. Because Lance Storm, his greatest moment in WWE was during the Invasion, one of my favorite angles of all time.
Yeah, good wrestler, but just didn't quite get that push. Like you said, he's got a gimmick.
He wasn't a sports entertainer.
Got a catchphrase. So, anyway,
Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That dude was funny. He was funny. It was just dry.
Yeah. But moving on to the next thing of... That is right, wrestling roundup. So, nothing on AEW that I can think of to talk about. I'll look at the results if there's something to talk about. Oh, no, of course there is. How did I just skip over the beginning? So, okay, there is the return of the former Y2J, the Alatola rock and roller, Mr. Chris Jericho himself, not going to WWE, won't be at WrestleMania, won't be at the Raw after WrestleMania, went back to AEW. I'm not 1,000% shocked, but I did think he was coming to WWE. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Jericho going back to AEW. What are your thoughts, Marcus?
It's okay. He was about to call me Chris Jericho. Sorry, it's all right. So, I think honestly at this point in Jericho's career, the scheduling for WWE just does not fit him. Right? I'm sure AEW has a more favorable schedule for him. I'm sure that he prefers to work on Wednesday and not Monday or Tuesday, and the occasional Friday if SmackDown is live. I don't think he wants to do that. I think he's at the point in his career where money really isn't that big of a factor, and probably AEW is probably paying him more money than WWE could. So, I mean, all credit to Jericho for being in more control of his career and how he wants his career to end out. Because I think he's going to be at AEW for the rest of his career.
Maybe not more of a money issue. Play WWE could offer more, without a doubt, I would imagine. But He's 55. You're not going to make him world champion. He's not going to beat. If after Mania, Reigns and Orton win, Jericho's not beating Reigns, he's not beating Orton. Or if Cody retains, he's not beating Cody, he's not beating Punk. Even though that would be a good feud, I think. I don't know. The
feuds are there, right? So let's just play fancy bookers, right? If Jericho was to go back to WWE and say if Reigns did beat Punk, I think that's a good story. I mean, from what I've been seeing from highlights, Roman's back to trying to be this tribal chief thing again, and I don't know how that's going. I don't know how that will work out with Jericho kind of being by himself again. It wouldn't really work. I don't know. It'll be too weird. I don't know. I'm not really liking the way they're kind of making Roman go again. I think Jericho versus Punk would be a great storyline. Two old guys kind of going at it. You can argue that they're both really, really like the GOATs at some point in time in their careers. I think Jericho versus Cody would actually really be good cinema, just due to their history and due to the AEW history too. And Drew, because that's who Cody's facing at Mania, right? No, he's facing Randy, right? Randy and Jericho, that'd be banging. That's actually a really good one. So I think more on the SmackDown side, everything works out better if Jericho was to come back. On the Raw side, it doesn't work out too well.
Just imagine the match you'd get. Punk's 47, Jericho's 55.
They can still go, but Punk from what I've seen, Punk can show that he can still go.
He got blown up quite early on against Balor at Chamber.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was the match I didn't see.
Got blown up and he was like, oh, okay. So I think Reigns is going to completely destroy him at Mania. Completely blow him up in about 5 minutes. That'll be it.
Well, I think, like I said, I think Jericho signing back to AEW is pretty good. I mean, there's only very few things that Jericho can do left in his career. He's done pretty much everything.
And I think Jericho could go to NXT and win the NXT title, something he's never done.
Hell no.
I don't much, and then he's brand, but other people think that's a.
The only time Jericho should ever be in NXT is when he retires and he's a coach.
But I think he will retire in WWE because truly he goes in the Hall of Fame. He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, absolutely. If he, whenever he retires, I believe he's going to be the headliner of his class.
And I'm talking as if the Hall of Fame actually means something other than it's just all made up. And like, you've got who going in? Who's going in this year? No, actually, this year's class is.
Oh, we ain't get there yet. Hold on. Jericho returned back to AEW. That is there any more AEW news or around or about their show? No. All right. I don't know. I don't watch AEW.
Think of other than Dynasty next week. That's it. Just
okay.
So yeah, we'll move on to WWE. So very quickly, last week, because I did the last week's podcast before I watched Evolve. So very quickly, last week's Evolve. Take Wilder over Kai Kaivari, cool. Lince Dorado knocked off Mike Cunningham, cool. Kelly Armstrong beat. Kelly Armstrong defeated and beated Mason Holiday. Cool, they keep her looking strong. And in your main event, Cappuccino Jones, Brooke Jensen ending the double count out. Aaron Rourke, your new champion, cuts a promo. Cool, Evolve. Thumbs up, I'll say. Anyway, so moving on to SmackDown, the Viper Randy Orton comes on out, followed by Matt Cardona. Cool. I'll speed through some of these and get your thoughts on SmackDown after I've just speeded through it a little bit. Bella Twins beat Charlotte and Alexa Bliss by DQ. No, the clean finish. Bella Twins beat Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, and Rhea Ripley, B-Fab, ended in DQ. Okay, your thoughts on all of that? So over to Matt Cardona promo, the Bella Twins, Charlotte Bliss, and B-Fab and Rhea Ripley.
I like the build for Cody and Randy. Getting the people that Cody is closest to, which is Matt Cardona. And it gives Matt Cardona a little bit something to do. I haven't really seen much of what he's been doing on SmackDown, so that's good. The Bellas are gaining some momentum. When back before the women's tag titles were thought of, obviously they were a team, and it's like, oh, this is another team that should touch these titles before they absolutely 110% retire. So that's pretty cool that they're gaining momentum over the best friends, but that aren't best friends. And what's the other thing you said? B-Fab and Rhea. I find it interesting that, and I'm just now remembering B-Fab's name after you said it. It's interesting that B-Fab and Michin got into a faction with Jade Cargill after she kicked Michin's ass. But it also is fitting. They actually fit in a faction together with her. So I think it's pretty cool. It's a nice build up to. It's a nice little build to WrestleMania. I think so.
And also, it makes it. Before this happened, I think this was last week's SmackDown. So 2 weeks ago, when they joined Jade, everybody was thinking, Rhea's going to win at Mania. Now it's like, well, okay, they've paired B-Fab and Michin with her. Jade has to win, surely. So I don't think it completely 100% Rhea's going to win at Mania, because she always wins at Mania.
Not true.
Not against Becky Mania 40.
And she lost to. Didn't she lose to Charlotte? Yeah, she lost to Charlotte at a Mania.
No, she beat. Oh yeah, COVID Mania. Oh yeah,
yeah.
So she doesn't win every year then. Okay, it just feels like she wins every year. And the Bellas have been on SmackDown. I know it's very short-lived. Whether they should they win the titles at Mania? Probably not. What are they going to do? It's WWE, so yeah, I think they will. But having them around does make it feel like Mania season. You don't see the Bella Twins every single week,
right?
But I don't know. Again, it's a Hall of Fame. I say this every year, every single time. Give me criteria why said person's going in. Why does Molly Holly? Why does whoever? Why do all these people deserve it? And something like The Rock or Jericho aren't in yet. So give me criteria why
the Rock isn't technically retired yet. Jericho is not back in WWE's graces, and he's not also retired yet. So there's a criteria.
Rey Mysterio
didn't retire yet. Didn't retire, but you can't pass up on Rey. I'm sorry, Rey Mysterio is definitely over The Rock in the terms of wrestling prowess for sure. I'm putting Rey Mysterio over The Rock into the Hall of Fame.
And I think with Rey, it was meant to be Batista, and then they couldn't get him, so it was like, oh, Rey. It was and he does deserve the Hall of Fame. The greatest luchador of all time. One of the greatest of all time. Mm-hmm. But it was, we can't get Batista, well, we'll stick in Rey. Kind of thing, that's how I got it. And what have they done since? He's had a horrible, that was 13... Was it 39 he went in? It's been 3 years and he's had a horrible, horrible run since.
I mean, what do you expect? And I know we're going off topic, but what do you expect for a 50-something-year-old luchador to do?
I don't know. I don't do the booking, but just fantasy booking. I'll give him a 50. I would have said you go in the Hall of Fame and that'll say you retire at Mania against your son. That's what I probably would have done, actually.
Yeah, but so you forgot the way that you're supposed to go out. You're supposed to go out by losing to someone and hopefully raising their stock. He beat Dom, so you have to look at it from the perspective of who's going to retire Ray. Not unless they do a rematch of some sort, but you're usually putting someone else over when you retire. Your last match is usually you're putting someone else over.
And he's retiring next month, Clash in Italy, and I think it'll be either Dominic or Gunther to retire him. And then if it is Gunther, that gets Gunther the heat back onto him, because Ray is so beloved. But we'll wait and see who he retires against. But like, you've got Ray retiring, Brock, rumors of Brock. They're running out of big names. Eesh.
This is why This is why it's not that they're running out, is that you have to raise up the young talent or whatever talent you're getting. It's not that they're running out. These guys were going to get old at some point in time anyway. So I think WWE is prepared for the future. But let's stay on topic.
Okay. Jelly Roll. Okay. Oh God. I half like it and I half don't like this. It makes it feel like WrestleMania. I personally don't know who Jelly Roll is. Before WWE, not a clue. But he's okay. To me, a celebrity, just because I don't know who he is. He's a big name, but not to me. He's not a big name. How do I say this? He's not a big name to me, but he's a celebrity, and it makes it feel like Mania season having a celebrity on SmackDown. That's what I was trying to say. But should Kit Wilson have won? Well, yeah. You've got a non-wrestler. Again, I don't know if I like or I dislike this. A non-wrestler beating a wrestler that should really. I don't get Kit Wilson is over, but he should have won. And is this not leaning to something at Mania? I think rumors were Kit Wilson and Powerhouse Hobbs, Royce Keys. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Amazing Kit Wilson versus Jelly Roll and Royce Keys. Whether they still do that or not, I don't know. Sami Zayn is your new US champion. Cool, but I think he loses it in 2 weeks at Mania. And Jacob Fatu came out, Drew did, Nick Aldis did, set up a match for Mania. So your thoughts on those three things?
So Jelly and Kit, I mean, for entertainment value, cool, and it, in Kit, the way Kit's persona is right now, it's not supposed to be this super tough guy anyway. He's going to be bound to lose matches. So I don't have too much of a problem with that. You said the Miz beat who?
You're not the Miz. Sami Zayn. Did I say the Miz? Sorry.
Sami Zayn beat who?
Carmelo, new US champion.
Right. So yeah. He's the new US champion, which is going to be him versus Trick. Whoop that Trick at WrestleMania. So that's pretty cool. It sucks for Carmelo Hayes because I think him versus Trick would have been a cooler match to have at WrestleMania. Because it just would be like, hey, let's take what we did in NXT to the bigger stage, but whatever. I've actually gotten really sour on the whole Sami Zayn thing. Like, I'm not as cheerful about him anymore as I used to be. And Jacob Fatu won?
Good promo, Drew promo. Nick Aldis set up a match for Mania.
With who?
It's going to be Jacob, Drew, unsanctioned.
Oh, I can see how that could be good. I can see that. Two big boys going at it. It's not Sheamus and Drew, but, this could be good.
In women's action, Botch Fest, if you ask me, maybe they didn't have in-ring chemistry. I don't know what it was, but it was painful to watch. Julia beat Tiffany Stratton. I presume this is still leading to Tiffany somehow, some way, going after the women's US title. Unless they've got something else planned, and we'll find out on SmackDown tonight. It'll have to be tonight because then they've got one more. Well, no, 2 weeks. We've got next week, and then they go home. Load of matches made for Mania. Sammy versus Trick. Becky versus AJ, and Drew versus Jacob. Orton beat Matt Cardona. What this does for Orton, I don't know. I get it. Cool, they're going to get Matt Cardona in the main event, and that's cool. But for those that watch main events, me, and the 10,000 other people that watch it, Cardona's won one match since coming back. Cody Rhodes came out. Took his sweet time just walk, and I get it. They were during commercial break, but it felt like forever when you were watching. Because on Netflix, you're actually watching it. There's like a little clock in the corner, so you're seeing the full pictures. So it looks even more stupid. So it's not picture on picture like it is. I think in the US, it's picture on picture, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it'll be picture.
But on Netflix, you're actually watching it full screen, so it's just like, come on, get into the ring. They brawled. Personally, this done nothing for me. This was like this brawl went on forever. Jelly got RKO'd. Okay. Rating for SmackDown, half. For those who didn't watch my SmackDown review, half thumbs up. I'll give SmackDown. So, your thoughts on Julia over Tiffany and Orton beating Cardona, and then Cody coming out?
What a fall from grace for Tiffany Stratton, right? Like, Tiffany Stratton was, last year around WrestleMania time, she was the WWE Women's Champion, and look at this fall from grace. Not saying that the U.S. Women's title isn't something to fight for, but I'm definitely more so casual than I was before, and it's just like, damn, what a fall from grace! Like, you're not even around the big title picture no more. Damn, all right, it kind of shows that you ain't belong there in the first place, kind of, if you ask me. But I hope she does. I hope her and Julia kind of get that fixed up for Mania, their match, hopefully. Randy B and Matt Cardona, kind of saw that coming. Gotta have Randy build momentum for Mania. Obviously, Cody's supposed to come out, supposed to be saving his buddy. I saw a little bits of it, with the security stopping everybody and Randy going like, "Damn, Jelly, I'm sorry, but catch this out of nowhere." So I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty cool stuff. It's a good. Once again, all this stuff is leading up to WrestleMania.
And I appreciate the build, and if we get to Raw in a second, more build for the title match, and I get it, appreciate it, but just personally for me, it's a match that we saw. Okay, Mania's in 2 weeks, so June of last year, Orton, Cody, Night of Champions, and I think Orton's, for those that want to go back and look at Orton's record, I think he's okay. Chamber was his first big win in nearly a year. So this is not a big match to me. Orton, okay, they're building it, and Orton's heel, and he's got whoever he's talking to on the phone. We're going to find out tonight, which is probably, spoiler, his father. Those are thinking it's The Rock. No. Those are thinking it's Vince. Hell no. Might be Owens, but I think it's its father. But to me, this could main event any random SmackDown. Personally, no,
it can't. No, it cannot. And I'm violently, and I'm gonna use the word violently disagreeing with you on this one. It cannot. It will not. It should not. If it was to be main event a SmackDown, that would literally be the worst thing ever, and it would need to end in a no contest somehow. The reason why I'm saying that is because look at the build. The build is what makes it a Mania match, right? They have history. right? Randy was one of the people out there during WrestleMania 40 when Cody finally won the championship. When during that very emotional moment during WrestleMania 40, Randy was one of the first people out there happy that Cody won. I'm trying to remember if he was one of the people that put Cody on his shoulders, because if he did, that makes this so much more of a long-term booking thing. That is like, yeah, I held you up during that moment, but man, did it piss me off that I was holding you up and it wasn't me having a title in my hand, right? So I think this is more about long-term booking. Remember, they were a part of a faction together that Randy was in charge of. Legacy. It got all the legacy components to it. That was the name of the faction, Legacy. If the Cowboy Bob Orton is the one called, that's lit. That's fun because we haven't seen Cowboy Bob in a minute. I truly believe. And that's the other thing too. When we last saw Randy versus Cody, Randy was not a heel; he was a babyface. So now that he's heel, this turns it up more. You know what I mean? Randy's doing things that he wouldn't do normally because he's listening to the voices in his head that are telling him to do the bad guy stuff versus the good guy stuff. So I actually disagree with you super strongly that this is not just a random SmackDown match. This is a WrestleMania PLE main event.
It's not long-term booking. I think the original plans were Cody Reigns 3, and then it was Reigns Seth, and then it was Cody Drew. So they was just throwing things around, and then we've got to Punk, Reigns, and Orton, Cody. So certainly not long-term planning at all. The original plans were Cody, Orton. No, Cody.
But how do you know? Do you know that for sure?
Well, it's been reported on, so yeah, so kind of.
Nah, you don't know that, because I would say for the Raw one, that's also long-term booking. But we'll get there once we talk about Raw.
Okay, so your rating for SmackDown?
Just from off of listening to what you're telling me what it was, I'm just going to put thumbs in the middle.
Fair enough. So on to Raw. Out comes Cody. Stephanie McMahon did. Cool, I get it. Stephanie really has history with both Orton and Cody. So Dusty, Orton, and Triple H, and so it all makes sense. Great, but again, it just wasn't doing it for me. This doesn't make me more excited for the match. This was just a reminder of, oh, by the way, Stephanie's going to the Hall of Fame. If you didn't know,
yeah.
But yeah, cool. This was a cool way to. I get it. The build, and I get it. I appreciate the building it. They're trying to do all they can. But just me personally, just thought, The vision of your new, LA Knight, was on commentary. Yeah. The vision of your new, which we know, well, okay, what's left of the vision? Logan Paul and Austin Theory, your new World Tag Team Champions in a street fight. This makes sense. They had to win gold eventually. So yeah, your thought. I know you didn't watch. I know you watched highlights of Cody, Stephanie stuff, and your thoughts of the Vision winning the titles.
I actually like the promo because the promo has some scathing stuff to it, where it was like Cody was like, "Listen, Steph, you do know that Randy is the same guy that did something to you back in the day. He tortured your family, and he even kissed you. Do you remember that?" And that, the crowd was like, "Oh shit, we all remember that. We all remember her, Randy punting Vince in the head, Triple H having to watch you get kissed by Randy, so you should know what the hell is about to happen, what's going on. So you got to know why this match has to happen." It was actually a pretty good promo from both of them. It was a bit of a reminder, like, hey, Stephanie is going to the Hall of Fame. Everybody, do we remember who she is? Yeah, all right, awesome stuff. And the Vision, I forgot who even was the original people in the goddamn faction, because I forgot. I didn't even know that Logan Paul and Theory was a part of it.
it was Rollins and Braun, and then Bronson rejoined. Both. Then it was Theory, then Logan, and now Braun, and the two Brons are injured. So it's just Theory and, and Logan. That's their name.
So it's just a B squad. So it's just a B squad.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Actually, so IShowSpeed was there. He punched LA Knight in the face. So yeah, that was probably, to me, that was the most entertaining part. Was from what I saw, IShowSpeed punching LA Knight in the face. That actually was probably the most entertaining part.
And he's going to be reluctant heel, so it looks like it's an LA Knight. I know, interrupted. I only saw the still of it. That's all I saw. He interrupted
IShowSpeed's stream. Yeah,
on Twitch, I'm guessing, or YouTube. Either.
Yeah, it was on Twitch. As we all know, IShowSpeed is the streamer of the world. He's the most known streamer. LA Knight interrupted. He was like, "Hey, yeah, man, you punched me in the face," and IShowSpeed's like, "Listen, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I apologize." LA Knight lured him in, shook his hand, and he threw him right up against the screen. So it's going beyond just the ring. It's actually pretty fun to see that.
Next to the Usos versus IShowSpeed, Logan and Theory. Cool. Suppose with IShowSpeed in it, that's a Mania match.
It gives it some entertainment flair.
Again, before the Rumble of, was it last year he got speared? I think.
Yeah.
So before that, I had no clue who IShowSpeed was. Still really don't know, but
that's because you're not tapped in, man. You got. Listen, if you're going to be on Twitch and YouTube, Ricky, you got to be tapped in about other people too. And IShowSpeed is the world's most famous streamer.
Even more famous than Logan Paul.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And who's the other one there? I don't know. I don't know. Look, it was on Raw.
Talking about Cox or not?
Oh, yeah.
He's about to return to Twitch. He took a 6-month hiatus.
Again, the only thing I know of him, he was on Raw.
You're not tapped in, man. You gotta be tapped in. If you're gonna be in this world, you gotta be tapped in.
I think he did one of the Usos entrance, I think, with Jay, and I know that Cena was on his.
Cena was on one of the Mafia-thons, yeah.
But outside of that, if Kai Cenat walked down the street next to me.
Well, here's the thing: if you walked down the street next to you, there'd be a whole bunch of freaking cameras around because you'd be like, "Oh, who's that?" And you'd be like, "Oh shit, never mind. That's someone huge."
That's not The Rock. Claire.
Bigger, shoot, in the streaming world, huger, way bigger.
Well, yeah, The Rock doesn't stream, so
my point exactly.
Anyway, moving on. Liv Morgan came out, cut a promo. Stephanie McCare did. Got the return of Roxanne Perez to zero pop, unfortunately. Liv and Roxanne beat down Stephanie. Cool. They're trying to build it. I appreciate it. Nia Jax, Ledge Legend won by was it DQ? I think it was a DQ finish against Bayley and Lyra. Brawl. They've set up a multi-person women's match at Mania. Ooh, whoopie do. I'm trying to feel excited, but and third thing I'm going to go over, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman came out. Adam Pearce did. Obafemi did. They didn't fight. Triple H got in between them, which I think builds this. Triple H getting involved. Didn't have to do anything. Doesn't have to do anything. But just in being there. So I don't know if you saw the Liv Stephanie stuff on highlights or anything.
I did. I mean, I didn't see the promo. I just seen Roxanne and Liv beat up Stephanie McCare.
Your thoughts on Nia Lash beating Bailey and Lara by I think DQ? I think it was a DQ finish.
I didn't even know that was a match.
And the Brock Lesnar Obafemi stuff. Did you see any of that?
I just saw the moment when Triple H got into the ring. I don't know what else happened.
Definitely go back if you've got time on. If you, I think a few people were there, but when Otis launches one of the securities, picks Otis, launches them in the alleyway. That's impressive. Penta is still your reigning defending Intercontinental champion. He knocked off Kofi Kingston. Cool that Kofi got the title shot, but Kofi's just there at the moment. Paul Heyman came out. Adam Pearce did. Seth Rollins did. Gunther attacks. I didn't get this during Raw. I still really don't. I get why they're doing it. Just throwing it together. It was meant to be Gunther versus Ray, Rollins versus Braun. Ray's injured, Braun's cleared, but they want to wait until after Mania to give it more time. So they've just gone, Seth hasn't got a match, Gunther's not going to match. There we go. Have a match together. Which I think Gunther needs to win, but I think Seth does. And Raquel Rodriguez, Io Sky, total botch fest. But Raquel with the upper hand. So your thoughts on the Gunther attack and Penta retaining, the Gunther going after Rollins and Raquel over Io?
I mean, like you said, it's cool that Kofi got the title shot, but you know, Penta's gonna retain. And that's pretty cool. As far as like the Gunther and Seth thing, maybe it's me, but neither one of them have been really relevant for a while. Like the last match I ended up seeing was AJ versus Gunther, and that's pretty cool. I don't know how long ago that was, but that was a pretty damn good match. Seth Rollins has not been relevant for a longer time than that. I don't remember the last time I even seen Seth Rollins. I think this is just two popular-ish guys that had nothing to do that WWE was like, ooh, we should probably give them something to do. And this is what they give them to do because, you know, they're both relatively, popular. It's just neither one of them have anything to do. Me personally, like I truly feel like neither one of them are relevant right now in this point in age. I mean, Gunther is known as the retirement guy. You know, he's out here retiring guys, and there's no one to retire right now. So, you know, got to get them a match. And I'm actually very surprised that Io and Raquel botched, according to you. I don't know how relevant, how true that is. I'm only going on for your word. But it's very weird that they botched because they have styles that work together, right? Io's a light, more of the lightweight, and Raquel's supposed to be like a giant type person, that does like power moves, and that's supposed to work well together. But apparently, according to you, it ain't work well.
Yeah, just well, if you want to go and check out yourself, of course, feel free, I suppose. But
and there's no way for me to check that out.
The highlights on YouTube, or the full match will be on YouTube or something, or not that it's worth re-watching or anything. It's not like match of the century, but yeah, just personal opinion. Just botch after botch after botch. Io helping Kairi, and the rumors are a triple threat Mania, but Io lost. So how does that build momentum for her heading into Mania? She should have won, but then I'm glad Raquel did. Just a complete mess. What a mess. And then to end Raw, Roman Reigns came out. CM Punk did brawl, powerbomb to the table, basically what they did last week, but roles reversed. I get it, the building to Mania, but they could have done more. I don't know what more they could have done, but But for those that didn't watch my Raw watch along, I'll say a sideways thumb for Raw. I don't know if you watched the Reigns Punk stuff. Any highlights or anything or not?
I saw the power bomb through the table. That was cool. I'm sure when Punk got power bomb through the table, it was a triple power bomb, right? Like the Usos helped out Roman.
No, Reigns did it himself last week.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Retaliation. I guess so.
Moving on to NXT, Mike Santana and OTM victorious against Dark State. Cool. And they didn't bury Dark State either, because then you had Dion Lennox later on saying, I'm going to do some of the stand and deliver. And I thought, yeah, that's a good way to get that back. You've lost, but that loss didn't really matter. Vic Joseph did a sit-down interview with Miles Bourne. You had Johnny Gargano interrupt. I thought this was cool. And Los Americanos. We'll get on to predictions shortly, but okay, I get it. You don't want a heel versus heel team. Los Americanos go on to face Vanity Project on Saturday. Tomorrow. So your thoughts on all of that? OTM and Matt Santana winning, the interview, and Los Americanos winning.
I think that's cool. You know, give OTM some shine, right? Like those dudes have been really grinding, especially since Jada Parker has gotten bigger than them. Because I know they used to be like a big faction, all three of them together, but she's way, way beyond their atmosphere right now. So I like the fact that they're out here grinding and you know trying to get their trying to get something going. I do like the fact that Darkseid was like, well, we lost, but the titles were wait, no, they're not the champions. So they're going to do something at Stand Deliver. So I think that's pretty cool to give the tag division something else. Los Americanos, you said they lost the Vanity Project?
No, they're taking on the Vanity Project, but I get it. You don't want a heel versus heel. You want
Why not? That would be great. Heel versus heel. But Vanity Project facing Los Americanos at Stand and Deliver. See, now that should be multi-tag team. That could have been a four-way tag team drawn for the title. But I love seeing some. I love the Vanity Project. They're a fun tag team to watch.
Speaking of, 1 second. There we go. 1 second. There we go. Right. Where are we? Speaking of Jada Parker, new theme music. Personally, I don't like it. Personally, very generic to me. She beat Kalani Jordan. Cool. Robert Stone in the ring, contract signing. I get why they do contract signings, but they say, oh, this is going to be the main event, and then it's not a... say this each and every time, and it's not official until they sign that contract. Okay. But you had all the four guys in the Fatal 4-Way sign the contract brawl. Keanu Carver over Jasper Troy. That was a Keanu Carver's a beast. He just looks huge, just like he lives in the gym. Yeah, your thoughts on Jada Parker's new theme, or beating Kalani, the contract signing, and Keanu over Jasper Troy.
So I have to listen to Jada's new music. I didn't watch NXT this week. So I have to listen to her new music to see if what you say is true, because you're not reliable like that sometimes.
If I play it now, will I get a copyright theme? I don't know. No idea.
I'll listen to it and figure it out. The contract signing, you know, obviously is going to be Joe Hendry. Right, is Joe Hendry what that dude name is with the beard?
Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah. The fake mobster, Ethan Page, and Ricky Saints. So that's I can't wait to watch that. And you said the dude be Jasper Troy. Okay.
He's huge, that guy. He lives in the gym. How would it get that big? How do I get that big?
Well, stop eating crap food. Don't drink that much beer and work out.
I'm guessing he doesn't eat Domino's
Or if he does, it's only once a week.
once a year. So once every 10 years or something for him. Tatum Paxley promo, Blame on Raw promo. This was cool. Bunch of matches made for stand and deliver. And then ending NXT, very clever cliffhanger. And this is they've gone on to announce it's going to be a triple threat tomorrow. But I would have announced this during the countdown pre-show. Call it what you like. Personally, but they've got now announced it's a triple threat. But Lola Vice, Kendall Gray, it's a great finish. Kendall pins Lola, but at the same time taps out as the three's getting countered. Great finish. Shawn Michaels coming out just elevates it. And yeah, good NXT. Play your thumbs up, I'll give it, I think. Your thoughts on the Tatum Blake promo and then the end match?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know about their promos. I'm sure it was like Tatum Paxley wants her title, and Blake was acting all scared as if she didn't want to give it to her. And just from hearing the ending of Lola versus whatever that girl's name is, because I barely know who she is. I think that's a great way of making sure that it's a triple threat, and I'm hoping JC Jane, doesn't retain. I want her to lose. I'm tired of the least attractive person in Fatal Attraction or Fatal Influence not having the title. Like, come on. She's great in the ring. And I'm sorry for all those that are JC Jane fans, especially of her looks, but she's the least attractive person in her faction. Not saying that she's not attractive, she's just the least attractive in her faction.
We'll get on to predictions shortly here. So, Evolve very quickly. So, a lot of new faces on Evolve. Dorian Van Dukes. Over It's Gal. Great debut for this guy, but It's Gal hasn't won a match in weeks, so it kind of means nothing beating him, but I get it. Chaz Storyboy Hall with a triple threat against CJ Valorant, Santi Rivera. Cool. And PJ Vassar on a fatal 5-way featuring Laney Luck, Nikita Lyons, Callie Armstrong, and Wendy Cho. Again, cool. I'll say a sideways thumb for Evolve. And on to this in a second. Where are we? On to this. So one second. So it is. So guys, get your predictions in and ready because it is tomorrow night's Stand and Deliver. So you've got on the pre-show countdown, call it what you like, Dark State, Birthright versus Charlotte Hill, Hank and Tank, Eli Knight and Ren Sinclair. I think Birthright win this. What do you think, Marcus?
You know what? I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go with the people that isn't Birthright. So Charlotte Hill, Ren Sinclair, and all of them. I'm Ren is starting to. I'm starting to start getting understanding her, and Charlotte Hill, weird dude, but I like his style.
We'll go title match for the Women's North American Championship. Tatum Paxley, Blake Monroe. I think Tatum retains.
Wait, Tatum's the champion?
Yeah, she won it on a random NXT.
So Blake stole it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm thinking the whole time Blake was the champion. This is, you know what? Because Blake has held this title before, right?
Yeah, that's the first time. Yeah, then Thea beat her on a random botch on NXT.
Right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I do remember. Thea did beat her. You know what? I'm going Blake. I think she deserves this title. Her character is awesome. I like Tatum Paxley's character too, but I don't know. I'm feeling Blake on this one.
Yeah, could go either way, but I'll say Tatum. For the men's men's North American, Johnny Gargano challenger, Miles Borne champion. I think Miles Borne retains.
You know what? Fuck it. Joey Gargano. I never really pick him ever. I barely even seen him in NXT. I don't like his work in WWE. I'm giving him a chance. Why not?
Vanity Project. There we go. Versus Los Americanos. This is Vanity Project retaining. It's just them to beat a main roster tag team.
I'm running with Vanity Project. Absolutely. I love their tag team. I love their whole faction. So actually, this is not even Vanity Project. This is Swipe Right, who are representing Vanity Project. Because Vanity Project is all three of them together. This is Swipe Right. So I'm with Swipe Right.
Saru Kazaria. Ooh. Is Saru going main roster is a question. Therefore, she has to lose here. I'll say Zari. This could go either way. So Zari, I'm gonna pick Zari. She's winning this, I think.
Man, this is actually, if you ask me, this is the match that can steal the show for Stand and Deliver. Like, this is a dark horse for the show stealer. I believe. Oh man, because they're both so good in the ring. And their styles contrast, so like their styles are so like they go together. Oh man, I want to say Soul Ruka. The Soul Snatcher is just something that you just don't kick out of, and Zarya has proven that she cannot kick out of it. So we've seen it.
And in your main event, Joe Hendry, Tony D'Angelo, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints. I think Joe Hendry retains. I think Ethan and Ricky will argue over like the typical thing. One will go for the pin, off, and then be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then start fighting, and then it'll break down. But the eventual winner will be Joe Hendry.
I believe as well. I got on my Joe Hendry WrestleMania shirt, so I believe.
And you've also got not predictions, but Sexy Red. She's there. I don't know if she's hosting or if she's just there.
I love it. I love it, man. I don't know if you listen because you don't follow trends. You don't know what's happening in the world. But if you look up Shawn Michaels and Sexy Red, you're gonna know why.
I've seen clips of it, but
it's the best thing going on the internet. Everybody got their own little way of showing it. It's awesome. It's literally fun as fuck. It's fun as fuck. I love it.
But if it wasn't Shawn Michaels and it was a non-wrestler, I probably just like, okay, cool.
But it's Shawn Michaels with Sexy Red. Like, that's what makes it banging.
Yeah, and hasn't he got a thing coming out soon? I'm sure I read he's got like a documentary coming out soon, making the Heartbreak Kid or something. I think.
I don't know. I haven't heard nothing about that.
But I'm going to play one more ad here, then get to what shows I've been to, and then we're out of here until next week. Let me play. Can't find my videos. Where are they? They've disappeared. They've been deleted. They haven't.
Wait.
Sorry.
We didn't talk about the NXT Women's Championship match at Stand and Deliver.
Right, just rush straight through that. So yes, JC Jane, Lola Vice, Kendall Gray. I think JC retains, but it wouldn't 100% shock me if Lola won, because Lola's the, let me try and get this right, the mixed Triple A, Jesus Christ, mixed Triple A tag team champion with Mr. Iguana. So her winning the title would boost Triple A more than it's boosted already. So I could see her winning, but I think JC does.
Oh, to me, this is Lola Vice's time. I mean, the girl's been around the different title scenes. She's been carrying NXT on her back while also being in AAA. At this point, it's kind of like, how do you not give it? How does Lola not win this? Like, yes, Fatal Influence will be out there. Hopefully, they somehow they have to leave. Hopefully, the referee sends them on their way. And I think this is Lola's time. She's had her shot numerous times at NXT title or North American title, but I think this time this is her. This is hers for the taking.
And do you see anybody being called up to the main roster after this? Maybe Sol, maybe JC, maybe.
So JC, I think JC's going to get called up. I think Sol's going to get called up. JC, Sol.
I think Ethan Page.
Ethan, I think it is Ethan's turn to finally get called up. Because he's been working so well with NXT. I didn't think he belonged. I didn't think he should have been in NXT for too long anyway. Because he was, he's already used to being on a main roster, but to learn the WWE style, Ethan should, had to be down there. Let's see, JC, Soul, Ethan. If I'm going to pick one more guy. I don't know if I could pick one more guy to be on the main roster. I think, the men's division in NXT is not as good as the ladies division. That's the other problem we got in NXT. Honestly, actually, I'm gonna say Zara. Zara needs to go. I think Zarya is beyond. I think her insult are beyond the realm of NXT, and just put them on two different shows on the main roster.
But you could do if Lola wins and Sol and Zarya. Lola wins, Zarya wins. This is Sol's final match. Sol's finally gone from NXT. Zarya then can go after the women's title and maybe even win it.
True, very true. But I don't know. When I think about it, like definitely Sol, definitely JC, definitely Ethan. And I want to say another name. But the men's side of the NXT roster doesn't scream out to me that none of them are ready for the next level. Like Ricky needs to be down there for another 2 years, if you ask me, because he's been boring the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie. Like he's been quite unimpactful after his debut. I just don't see it, because that, the last batch of guys that came up from NXT are fucking killing it. Fucking Trick, fucking Oba, those two guys in particular, they had the crowd in their fucking hands. So I truly believe this batch of NXT men aren't where they should be. Hell, I might even say Blake Monroe has the opportunity of getting called up surprisingly.
Yeah. And speaking of NXT, I forgot to say that I did make this as well. I made this for my pay-per-views. Half and half. It looks quite a mess, but there we go. So I made that the craft thing I go through every week. But yes, thank you for reminding me about the women's match. I would have just skipped right ahead if it hadn't been for you. But so let me play this, and then we're going to get into a little bit more, and then we're done. So let me play this first. That is right. Like, share, subscribe. Got a few minutes left to get your birthday messages in, should you wish, or get them in tonight when I come back here for SmackDown for another 3 hours. And we'll find out together who Randy Orton's been on the phone to. My guess is Cowboy Bob Orton, but it very well could be The Rock. I doubt it is The Rock, but who knows? Anyway, final segment is let me put up somewhere. There it is. Wrestling Days Out. So the shows I've been to, I'll get this done quickly. So last weekend were where are we? This one, Kingdom Wrestling, Soul Survivor. They had Richard Holiday there for those that know who he is, indie wrestler. But I did pick up a poster. So always good to get a bit of merch. Good enough show. My first time to where it was, so here in the UK, Shipley. My first time ever to that place. That was cool. Go and check out my vlog for it. And the day after, it was to this for my first time ever. NGW Wrestling Regeneration. Picked up a program. So the Kingdom Wrestling, one of the wrestlers gave me a signed picture for free. So that was cool. I didn't have cash, so he said you can have it for free. At NGW, like I said, picked up a program. That was a good show. My first time over there to Hull in the UK. And yeah, my first time experience to it. Good enough show. Unfortunately, the venue was cash only, so I couldn't get a drink or anything to eat, but it is what it is. Again, go and check out my vlog for it. And my next show is actually tomorrow and then next week. So, of course, there'll be a vlog for those, and I'll review those next week or whenever. So, yes. Anything else to add, Marcus? Any final thoughts or anything? As I delete these, give me 1 second. Delete. Oh, God.
I mean, I don't really have much else to say. Folks, like, share, subscribe. This dude loves wrestling. If you want to know what's going on in the wrestling world, go ahead, check out Ricky.
Yes, check out my previews. Be a SmackDown preview up after I've eaten my Domino's, probably. Or shortly, there'll be a SmackDown preview. I don't think anything else happening on SmackDown apart from Orton revealing whoever it is. 2 weeks away from Mania, they announced no matches for it. Okay. But yes, go and check out Marcus's channel. Here is the link again. There it is. Go and check out his channel. Certainly go and check out this skit about not your. What is it? What's the root beer called?
Not your father's root beer.
So yes, go and check out that skit and all these other videos. What videos are you planning of making? Do you want to tell the people or no?
I never really know. I never really know. It's just more of the spur of the moment kind of thing.
So yes, and do check out my SmackDown watch along tonight for 3 hours. I give you people 3 hours, regardless of whether I get comments or not. I'll sit here for 3 hours, hoping I get one comment. But thank you for Marcus for being on. I'll see you guys next time. Give me 1 second. Where are we? And always remember, it is Ricky J. We're going to bring his bites to the fight.